Hello, welcome to my IGTV. Thought I'd do my makeup on camera today, so let's get into it. Okay, first things first, I'm going to tuck these two bits behind my ears because I don't want it in the way. And then I'm going to use the Pixie Glow Tonic, which I love. Just going to do a couple of pumps on there, maybe a bit more than that, and pop it on. Next up, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Love this. It's got SPF 15 in it, so that's my SPF on for the day. And it's just a really good moisturiser in general. Always bring your moisturiser down onto your neck and move upwards so that you're not creating like wrinkles going down. Next, we're moving on to primer. I'm not too fussy with primers. At the moment, I'm using the one from Soap and Glory. Next, we have some foundation. I use the Huda Beauty one. I don't even know whether this has got a proper name, but it's the Huda Beauty one, and I use shade Macaroon. And I'm just going to pop this on with a beauty blender. I literally love this foundation. Like, it's such full coverage. I've loved it for probably like 3 years now, or ever since it came out. I bought it when it came out and I've just been obsessed. I love it. So bring this down the neck a little bit because my neck and my face don't currently match. I suffer from serious like under eye bags. They're horrible, so I use the Born This Way concealer to try and get rid of them, except this is actually kind of running out, so I've hardly got anything to put on my face, but we're going to give it a go anyway. We're going to see how much we can get out. I have got a mirror behind me, but I feel like I don't want to miss any bits, so I'm just going to use my Jeffree Star one, which is actually cracked because I sat on it. So the reason why 2020 has probably been so bad is because I cracked my mirror literally, I think it was probably like the day before 2019 ended, so what's that, December 31st. So next I use a Laura Mercier powder. I have it around this way because I keep the powder at the bottom, and if I turn it then powder will explode everywhere. I literally just pop this on with a brush. I dab my brush in, knock it off, and just pop it under my eyes first. Pop a load on the rest of my face because I have oily skin and it all comes through if I don't put powder all over it. Okay, so for brows I use this like really old little brush, which I think I took this off like another eyeshadow pencil once, and I just pop it over the top and I brush through my brows. Just want to disclose now that I'm actually not very good at doing eyebrows, so I wouldn't take what I do as Bible because yeah, they don't actually ever turn out that well. They're definitely like distant cousins, not sisters, and definitely not twins. So I always fill in the outer corner, and then I basically fill in like all the way underneath on my brow to get like a sharpish line. I didn't actually say, but I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think it's the Dip Brow Pomade. Yeah, and I use the shade Taupe, or Taupe, don't know how to say it. Okay, so when this bit's filled in, I literally, as lightly as I possibly can, just brush through the front hairs with the winciest bit of product so that they look full, but they're not like slugs, you know? And that's kind of how it looks. So it's not like too different, but it's just a little bit chunkier, and I kind of prefer that. And that's the second brow on. I don't know if you can see what I mean when I say they look like distant cousins. Like, I can never get the front to look the same, however hard I try. And I don't know why my voice just broke then, that was really weird. Okay, moving on to cheeks. I have always used the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. This one is literally so old, like, but it lasts forever. Like, I'm pretty sure I have like a Hoola bronzer for the best part of a year. So I just pop it on, tap it off, and then I define my cheekbones as much as I can, and I actually go slightly above where my cheekbone actually is to kind of give me that lifted look. Also, I saw that Bella Hadid's makeup artist does this, and who doesn't want to look like Bella Hadid? And I kind of go in like a 3 motion, so I go on the forehead, I go on the cheeks, and then I go underneath the jaw to chisel that up a bit. It's also quite good if you have a foundation line because you can kind of blend it in and no one will actually know. And then I also go down my nose a little bit. Like, I'm not doing a full-on contour because I've got nowhere to go, but I just bring it down my nose a bit because I find that my nose goes slightly this way. I've broken my nose, I think it's like twice, or like nearly broken it twice. So somehow over those 2 times my nose has gone a little bit this way. So I kind of like to make it look as straight as pos. And then with my blusher I also go slightly higher. Like, I do go on the apples of my cheeks, but I kind of bring it up a bit to lift the face. So for highlight, I use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlight in Sarcophagus. This broke whilst I was on a plane, so I don't know whether you can see, but it's all cracked into little pieces. I just used a little fan brush as well. This is from Lily England. It's quite cute. It's got rose gold and like marble on. And I literally pop this on the tops of my cheeks. Like, look how bright that is. Jeffree Star highlighters are literally the best, and this is why I'm using it, because even though it's broken, I've never found anything that is as good. So I do tops of the cheeks, I do my little boop on my nose, and I do this bit here on my nose. Basically everywhere the light hits, I kind of highlight. I pop a little bit under my brows as well, trying not to get them on the actual eyebrows themselves, but that never really works. And then I pop a little bit on my Cupid's bow to lift the lip, and then on my chin. And actually I'm going to pop a bit on my forehead today as well, because why the hell not? Okay, we're going to move on to the fun part now, which is eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, because this was the palette that I used the other day, and lots of you guys were like, oh my gosh, please do a tutorial. So here we go. First colour I'm going to go in with is this one on the corner, which is called Estate. This is just really good for putting as like a base for the whole eye. So I literally just whack that pretty much all over my eye, obviously focusing on the outer corner and kind of bringing it out a little bit, because we want to lift that eye as much as possible. Also, don't know whether you've noticed, but I have actually got pyjama shorts on. I thought I'd look nice at the top, and then I kind of gave up at the bottom, but now I'm thinking maybe I should have worn jeans. Next, we're going to deepen up the crease with the shade Monte Carlo, which is this one here. And I basically just focus this on the middle to outer corner of my eye, just kind of darkening up the area where we just did. Again, lifting this up to kind of create like almost like a diagonal point thing there. So using that same brush, I'm now going to go into shade Bahamas, which is the bright pink. I literally love this shade. It's so nice. Again, literally just deepening up the eye, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit as well, so it kind of goes to probably like 2/3 across my eye. Oh my god, yes, love that. So next we are going in with, this is probably my favourite product like ever. I love it. It is this Pixie Beauty, I think it's called like Glow Lights, but it's Pixie times Mariam McAleish. I think it's like an influencer collab, but it is the most pigmented liquid eyeshadow ever, and I love it. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on the third that we didn't actually put any eyeshadow on, and I'm just going to put a teeny tiny amount on and blend it with my finger. God, I'm literally so obsessed with it. Moving on to my favourite bit now. So I'm going to use this white, which is on the top left. It's called Sails, and I'm just going to use like the teeniest tiniest little brush, and I'm going to pop some on in my inner corner. So I'm going to pop on my liner and lashes off camera. I use the Benefit Roller Lash products because I love them. They are amazing. Again, I've used them for years, so I feel like I'm quite a home, is that the right word, homebody? I just use products that I know and love. And we can finally now pop the two front bits of my hair back, and I actually look half decent. So moving on to lipstick, I use the Huda Beauty just like bullet lipstick in the shade Girls Trip. It's a matte lipstick, and look at the difference, like it literally, it does do the most. I love it. Right, so to finish off, I'm gonna whack a bit of fixing spray on. I have one of the MAC ones to hand, and that is the finished look, ladies and gents. Let me know if you liked it. I'll leave all products and their links like in the whatever thing you put the IGTV links in. I'm not very good at this, but I'll work it out. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.